Hello everybody, FLASHRABBIT here in my single player Let's Play Survival World. Welcome back, nice to see you. I'm in a scary place. I'm in the Nether. I don't like the Nether. I don't get on with lava very well at all, and I've died more times to lava than I care to admit. But I'm here for a reason. I want to find a Nether Fortress today because I've started building my trading hall, and in order to infect my villagers with the zombie I need to be able to cure them again, so I need to be able to make some potions of weakness, and I can't do that without blaze rods, so I've got to come into the Nether and I've got to find a Nether Fortress. So apart from finishing off the trading hall, that's the first job for today. I'm going to go in hunt of a Nether Fortress. What I'm going to do, I'm going to set off in the direction behind me over this big lava lake, and I'm going to bridge across to the other side. Just before we go, I want to talk to you about the way I approach the Nether. Now it's really important that you take care of your Nether portal, because if a ghast throws a fireball at it and it goes out, that's you stuck in the Nether forever. There are ways to get back, but they're not easy, and they're sort of workarounds, so it's better to protect it in the first place. Now cobblestone has a really high blast resistance, so it's a good idea to surround your Nether portal in cobble so that it doesn't get blown up. Now you can also make a little room near your Nether portal, so you've got somewhere to run back to, maybe somewhere to put a chest that you can keep all the resources that you found in the Nether, and somewhere where you feel safe. Now I also don't usually come into the Nether wearing all my best diamond gear, but I'm going to wing it this time. I'm going to go Maverick. I'm feeling a bit brave. So we'll see how that goes. The reason I don't bring my best diamond gear is because if you fall into lava, that's it, it's gone. You're not going to get it back. So if you're not very experienced in the Nether, it's probably a good idea just to bung on some basic iron armor. The only disadvantage, of course, is it doesn't give you as much protection, but you've got to weigh that up against how much you want to keep your diamond gear, and quite often it's more important to keep hold of it. I also come into the Nether with a few stacks of cobble, because you can pillar up. If you accidentally hit a pigman and they rush you, you can jump on a pillar and kill them from above, so that again is a safe way, but you do have to watch out for gas, because of course they're always floating around and chucking their fireballs about. It's also good to bridge over lava lakes with. Again, if you're going to probably pick up a load of netherrack in the Nether, but it will get blown up by gas fireballs, so if you're bridging across a lava lake and a fireball hits your bridge, that's you gone into lava, or there's a big hole in your bridge that you might not be able to fill, which leaves you stuck over a lava lake. So bring some cobble with you and you should be okay. You've got to watch out for the pigmen, because they have a hive mentality and they will all come and get you if you accidentally hit one. There is a poor man's gold farm using pigmen, where you dig yourself into a netherrack wall, but I'll show you that at some other point. So let's get on with this. Wish me luck, I'll see you over there. So here I am. I've eventually found a Nether Fortress. I've not explored it, I've just literally got here. This is where I came in from the floor of the Nether. I've been down this way and it's a dead end, but I didn't want to explore it without you being here along with me, because it's a lot of fun exploring Nether Fortresses. I really enjoy it. So let's go and see what we can find. Obviously one of the mobs that we've got to be really careful of is wither skeletons, because not only do they hit you, they give you the wither effect, which prevents you from being able to see your hearts, and it's very easy to succumb to that wither effect. So in the same way that I explore caves, I put torches on the left, so that when I'm on my way out the torches are on the right, and we can follow our way back. Oh nice, some obsidian saddle, don't really need that, I've got loads of them from fishing, but I'll have the diamond horse armour. Ooh, look at that. Right, I'm going to put some cobble along there. Now these points here where there's a little crossroads, it's worth putting a cobble ring around yourself, because you can always run back to this area if you do come across withers. Withers are over 2 blocks high, so they can't get through if you put a ring of cobblestone around yourself, or netherrack, anything really, but if you put that 2 blocks high, they can't get through. So if you run back to that area, it's a nice safe little sanctuary for you. This looks like it's going to be a dead end too. Yeah. Okay. So we've got some nether wart. That's not bad, but I really do want blaze. That's what I'm after, really. Yeah, I'm collecting these brown mushrooms because they're useful for making weakness potions. Because we need fermented spider eye. We need brown mushrooms to make a splash potion of weakness. And there they are. There's some blaze. Awesome. Right, now I've got to be careful not to hit that pigman because I don't want to be angry in there. Well, that was a rubbish shot, wasn't it? Let's see if we can get in from there. Nope. Oh, they're off. Ah. Come on. So and so moved. There we go. Good lad. Right, okay, let's get some torches down here so we can see where we're going. Oh, I can... There it is, I can... Yes, brilliant. Got a blaze spawner, just what I wanted. Fantastic. So that's up here, I think, isn't it? Yes. There we go. Great stuff. Let's get a blaze here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my looting sword out and we'll whack them with the looting sword, and that way we should get some blaze rods. We can build ourselves a brewing stand, which is just what I want. I've got a blaze rod, so that's good. So we've got one. So just wait here now for them to spawn again. I should really take these torches out because light level does affect the spawning rates of blaze. So if we wanted to stop this spawner from producing blaze, then we could just light it up like we would a spider spawner, zombie spawner or skeleton spawner in the overworld. Oh, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Go, run, 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 run. Let's get something to eat and hide. Coward. Right, okay, so let's... Wrong place. Let's put some blocks here to protect us against wither skeletons. Oh, good grief. My block placement, you know, is terrible. There we go. Right. Let's go back in now. No, actually, let's eat some more. We'll get our health up and then we'll go in and rush him. Come here, dear. Thank you. Give me your rod. I want your rod. Right, let's get this quartz here while we're waiting for some more to spawn. Yeah, here we go already. Now, ideally, in this situation, you'd want a fire resistance potion or fire protection on your armour, and I've got neither, so I'm going to have to be very careful. I do have protection on my armour, so we should be okay to some extent, but still we need to be very cautious. All the same. Right, some more spawn. Just the one this time. Oh. We've got 8. So for the time being we've got enough really, so I'm just going to grab up this quartz and then I'm going to get myself back to the overworld and get my brewing stand built, and then we can start infecting these villages. Let's get him while we're here. Oh, I missed a blaze. There we go, brilliant. Right, let's go before we die. Okay, so again I've put the torches on the left going in, so I need to follow the torches to the right going out. Right, okay, so we're back to the point where I came into the fortress. This is where I came in. So I've got to head off back this way to get back home. When I get to the Nether portal, I'll bring you back in and we'll get this brewing stand built. So here we are back in the relative safety of the overworld. I'm going to go and sleep because it's night time, and as you know, all the monsters come out at night and I don't want to be fighting them at the moment. So I'm going to go into the burrow and get all my stuff in the sorting system and make a brewing stand, and then we'll go to the villager trading hall and we'll get some villagers infected and get some cheap trades. Look at Dingbat in his shiny new horse armour, doesn't he look grand? So we're on our way back now to the trading hall, which is just there over my shoulder there. I'm just going to tie dingbat up so he doesn't go on a wander. Like that. Come here. Okay, valuable armour on, you need to stay safe. Right, let's go into the trading hall. So here we are in the trading hall. These are the sort of villager cells, if you like. We've got infinity, projectile protection for fire aspect, mending and channeling. Now, this guy fell out on the tracks instead of into his real hole, which should have been here, and he inadvertently fell into this one. So he's stuck now in this cell, and I don't quite know what to do. I can't kill him because the villagers will gossip and they'll put all the prices up. This fella is at the back. He goes down on the trapdoor to be infected by the zombie, but this fella doesn't. Now I might be able to push him, I don't know, we'll see. I'll try and do something, but yeah, for now he's stuck there. We've got Silk Touch, we've got a farmer to trade carrots, potatoes and melons for emeralds. Over here we've got Feather Falling 3. Now I did want Feather Falling 4, but what I can do, I can combine 2 Feather Falling 3 books to get Feather Falling 4, so I settled for Feather Fall 3. And finally we've got Protection 4. So we're going to go along here. I'm going to continue this on into that wall and get a nice collection of villagers of all different trades. We've got a zombie and a villager zombie. I'm just going to bring you up here because this, as I said to you last time, is a design by Logical Geek Boy. It's a fabulous design. And what happens, the villagers come around this track and they hit this activale, and theoretically they should be chucked out. An activator rail will always throw out the occupant of a minecart to the right hand side. But if this slab is retracted as it is now, the activator rail will just chuck out the occupant onto the tracks, which is what happened to the guy who inadvertently fell into the wrong hole. So you must make sure that this slab is in the out position so that the villager has got a slab to be chucked out onto. That's one of the things that I've found, and the way to do that, I need to do this on these actually. You need to remove the string, replace the string, and then replace the slab against this slab here for it to be in the out position. And so now we're in a position to make our brewing stand. We need some cobble and we need blaze rods. Now if I remember rightly, the cobble goes there and the blaze rod goes there, and we have, or of course you can just use your recipe book and click on the item there. This is the recipe for a brewing stand. So there we are, we've got our first brewing stand. Fabulous. So now what we can do, we can start to brew potions. I've got some brown mushrooms here that I collected in the nether. I've got some sugar, fermented spider eyes I should say, somewhere. Where did I put them? Did I leave them back at the... Oh no, there they are. I can't see for looking. We need some blaze powder to power the brewing machine. The brewing stand. We need 3 water bottles. We'll put the water bottles in there like that. We'll put the fermented spider eye in there like that. And what will happen, this arrow will gradually fill up. When it's full, it indicates that the brewing process is finished. And we'll get a potion of weakness. We should do anyway. Let's have a look. There it is, nearly finished. Potion of weakness. Now we need to make this potion of weakness into a splash potion, and we do that by adding gunpowder to the recipe. So again, this arrow will fill up, and once it's full up, we'll have a splash potion of weakness, which we can then throw at the villagers once they've been converted into zombies and cure them, and they'll think we're absolutely wonderful because they don't realise that it's us that's infected them in the first place. There we go. So now we've got 3 potions of weakness. Now they're all safe in there, we can release them. They're not going to get out, and they'll have a wander down this channel behind the villagers. In fact, let me show you. So they wander along this trench here, and what happens now, we'll go to the front and we'll start at the beginning, which is always a good place to start. We drop our villager down, and we need to get out of the way because otherwise the zombies will be tracking us. And there we have it. We now have 1 successfully converted zombie. So now what we need to do, we need to make some golden apples, which we can do like this. We can make 5 of them. So we'll make all 5. We'll get our splash potions of weakness, and then we get our splash potion, and we lob it at the zombie, and then we feed him the golden apple, and that will start the process of healing. And once he's healed, his There we go. You see that zombie being attacked, the villager being attacked there? Has he been done? Nope. Yeah, down again. Got another one there. Yes, we have. So again, we'll get our splash potion, launch it at the zombie, feed him a golden apple, and he'll start to heal. So we'll get our last splash potion for now, and what? There we go. So those three will now be cured, and eventually they'll turn back. It does take some time. It's a random time. You can't really put a time length on it, but eventually they will turn back into villagers, and their trades will be cheaper. I'm going to build one of these cells with you, because once you know how to build one, you just put them next to each other. So it's dead easy. This is the cell that we're going to build together. I'm going to make this fella an armourer. So we can get some decent armour to replace any that we might lose by being silly. Not that that very often happens, much, but yeah, it's always a good idea for me at least to have an armourer so we can get some cheap armour if we need to. Right, okay, so the first job is to put our observer in place, and the way I do that is, not like that, crouch, put that there, and then we'll get our observer, and we'll face it to the front, so the little redstone dots on the back. In this texture pack the observers look a little bit different. In your texture pack, if you're using vanilla, you'll have a little smiley face on the front of your observer, and that's the bit that needs to be facing forward, because that's the bit that observes the change in front of it. Now later we're going to put a bit of string on there, so when a villager falls through it, it'll detect a state change and create the magic. Put another block on top of that, and then on top of that block we want a sticky piston, and put a sticky piston just there like that. So now we've got this, we've got glowstone at the bottom there, we've got the block on top of it, a block on top of that with an observer on the front of it pointing backwards, so the redstone signal will come into this block which will shoot out this piston. In here we've got a sticky piston 2 blocks down from our floor level with a trapdoor on top of it. We've got a lever here, let's break that for a second. We've got a lever there, and 2 blocks down we've got a blob of redstone. So when we pull that lever, it activates the redstone, which powers this block in front of it, which shoots up the sticky piston with the trapdoor on it, and that's how we get our villagers up and down. So from here we need to come up a little bit, because now we need to have an observer here. And again, that's facing forwards with a little redstone dot at the back, and that observes a state change here. Get rid of that block, and then we have that configuration like that. That slab's there to stop the zombies getting out. That's going to be moved in a minute. So we'll come up here, and then we need our glass. So, in fact, let's go down, start at the bottom. So we want a piece of glass directly behind that block, and then we want one diagonally on the next level like that, and then we want one on the back of that piston, just like that, and then we can come up, and we need another one just there, diagonally from that one, and then we want 2 glass blocks there. We need to break that one because it's not necessary. Can I get up? Yeah. Get that parkour. And then we'll put the redstone block there because that's going to power our activator rail in a moment. We need a sticky piston pointing down there. And then some more glass. I want some glass just there with glowstone there. Like that, we can break that one because it's not necessary. Then what we need to do, we need to get our redstone like that. And we need redstone all along the top like that, and on each and every one of these pieces of glass, like that. And that is done. That's your cell pretty much finished. All that's left to do is put the string in front of the observers, and we want one in front of that observer. Actually, I need to remove that. So one in front of that observer like that, and then one in front of that observer like that. And then we need the slab, and the slab goes there. And that's the position it's got to be in when you're wanting to inject the villager in, because if that slab isn't there, the villager will end up on the tracks and you'll end up in all kinds of trouble, like I did. So that's your villager pod done. I'm going to have a sleep and then we'll go and get a villager to fill it. Right, let's get our villager. Oh no, I've forgotten the most important, one of the most important things. We need to put the rails in place. So let's do that now. So this is where the activator rail is going to go. In there, and this block of redstone activates that rail, powers it I should say. And then we want the powered rail there, and I need a lever, and we put the lever on the 2 bits of glass that I've forgotten to put in. We need 2 bits of glass there and there. Get rid of that one. And pop a lever on there, turn it on, and that powers that powered rail. Right, so let's go and get ourselves a villager. Okay, now this is the setup I've got. It's not ideal, but it works. Push the minecart down there, we pick up the villager, pop him along there, and he goes all the way around the track and ends up, well, theoretically, he should end up in the villager cell. So there he is. As you can see, we need to raise him up a minute. Let's have a look what we've got. Okay, not too shabby. Right, okay, let's drop him down. We'll let the villager get infected, and then we'll go and cure him, like the heroes we are. Now, I always tag my villagers, because when they turn into zombies, if you go away and out of the area, your zombie villager could despawn, and you don't want that. So if you name tag him, it's never going to happen. What should we call him? For no other reason than I want to. Okay, let's go and bother. Oh, hello, Stephen. There you go. He's been done in already. So now we want our splash potion of weakness. Plop. Right, now I noticed that down here, this fella has gone down to 1. So we've got a Book of Infinity for 1. This fella, however, still wants 8 emeralds and a book for projectile protection 4. So what I'm going to do, bye-bye, I'm going to reinfect that guy and I'm going to cure him again, and with any luck we'll end up with a decent price. Rip-off merchant. Right, okay, let's get a few blocks here because we're just going to tidy this up. You can of course decorate this however you see fit, it's entirely up to you. This is the way I do it. It's practical, basically. That's all I can say about it, really. It's not amazing, but it works. Okay, so there we go. We've got this guy done in again. We'll get our splash potion of weakness. Plop. Don't you worry, Mr. Villager. The hero is coming to save you. There you go. You have that. Thank you so much for coming along. I really enjoyed this episode. I hope you have too. If you have liked it, please press the like button, and if you've really liked it, consider subscribing, because it really does help the channel out loads. And if you don't want to miss any of my episodes in the future, press the bell icon and I'll be sure to let you know when I upload a video. But for now, thanks for watching. Bye.